Hello everyone. This is an assignments reminder for week 3. Before we review the assignments for this week, I just want to thank you for participating in course survey number 1. Your responses are an invaluable part of this course. By responding to the survey, you let me know that the course content and organization are working for you, and no adjustments should be made at this point in the semester. And since more than half the class participated in the survey, you will all receive 5 extra credit points. Great! Now let's look at the work for this week. This week you'll be moving ahead to the next module, Romanticism. Not only will this module encourage you to continue using the critical reading skills you applied to Emily Dickinson's poem, There Is No Frigate Like a Book, but it will also introduce you to the first literary movement we will study in the course, Romanticism. So to explore this movement, you will participate in discussion forum number 2. For your main response to the discussion forum, you'll follow these guidelines. First, in the first paragraph of your main response, think about the word romantic. What comes to mind when you contemplate this word romantic? What associations, memories, or experiences do you have with this word? Then, become an expert on Romanticism. Do some informal research on either A, key facts, such as where did the movement take place, when did it take place, and figures. And by figures, I mean influential thinkers, artists, musicians, or writers. Or you can look at the key characteristics of Romanticism. By characteristics, I mean the distinguishing traits, features, philosophies, and ideas of this romantic movement. Then, in the second paragraph of your main response, share at least those 2 key facts and 3 key figures with brief background information, or you can share 5 key characteristics of the romantic movement. Be sure to include the source or sources of your information in some way. You may also include pictures and relevant links to enhance the information that you are sharing with the class. So the main post is due by the end of the day on September 14th, and your reply is due by the end of the day on September 15th. Next, we have quiz number 3. So for this quiz, watch the above video, figurative language, and then answer the following questions. What does figurative language do in a poem? What are some examples of figurative language? What is the difference between metaphor and simile? Name the tenor in these lines from Emily Dickinson's poem, Hope is the Thing with Feathers. And then name the vehicle in these lines from the same poem. The idea of the tenor and vehicle will become clearer to you once you watch the video. And this quiz is due by the end of the day on September 15th. Then you have a figurative language activity, and the activity is in 3 parts. So first you'll read Wordsworth's poems, I wandered lonely as a cloud, and she dwelt among the untrodden ways. And to access the poem, simply click on the highlighted titles. Then choose one poem that you enjoyed reading. Complete the T-chart below, noting Wordsworth's use of at least one metaphor or simile in the poem. You can copy and paste the blank T-chart below, or you can download the attached T-chart and save it and then submit it for the activity. When writing about the vehicle, include its traits, and I provide a sample T-chart to give you an idea of what your T-chart should look like. So for example, let's say you really enjoyed reading the poem, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. So that's the poem that you're going to be examining. You're going to look at this particular line. For example, I wandered lonely as a cloud. And the figurative language that you see there in that line is a simile. And the tenor there is the object described in the poem. And again, the idea of a tenor and vehicle will make more sense when you watch the figurative language video. But just to take a look at this T-chart example, you'll see that I is listed as the tenor, the object that's actually described in the poem. And the I is wandering, the I is described as lonely in this line. And the vehicle is the object lending its traits the vehicle would be cloud. And then you kind of list the traits of the cloud: light, airy, without substance or depth, and so on. So again, you're going to be choosing one of these poems, and then you'll pick a metaphor or a simile from the poem. You'll list the line, and then you'll look at what's the tenor and what's the vehicle. Then write about this deeper significance of the simile or metaphor that you analyzed in your T-chart. What do you think Wordsworth is trying to say with the simile or metaphor? And this activity is due by the end of the day on September 16th. So that's it. That's the work for week 3. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me. You may also post your questions, of course, in the class questions forum, and I will reply to you in that forum. My virtual office hour this week will be on Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. I don't anticipate a scheduling change this week, and I do apologize for canceling last week's office hour, so please stop by if you would like to speak with me in person. All right, everyone. Have a great week. Bye now.